I've got tips and toilet paper that you're not going to want to miss. Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant You Life Coaching. My name is Hank. Hold on.
My name is Hank, and welcome to Brilliant You. This is part 2 of my 3-part series. Part 1 should be over here. Or at someplace, they'll pop up. Maybe it's like the little big card thingy that yeah, right there. Today I'm going to be discussing and talking about some advice on how you can survive this right now. Now, not everybody is being told to work from home necessarily, but a lot of people are being told you should definitely stay at home right now. Now, these tips can be helpful more than just one way. You can use them regardless if there's a virus or not going on. These are good tips on how to mentally and emotionally survive and thrive through this whole entire situation. And just in general, in having a family. The first step is to really sit down and talk to every single person in your household. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean your family. It means if you're living with somebody, you have roommates, and there's lots of people living in your home now, and you might be quarantined there, or you have to stay there, or have to stay relatively in the area, but you are still stuck to living with each other for a certain amount of time. Whenever the government has told you that it's cool, you guys can leave. Have a discussion. Start talking about things that may set you off. Certain pet peeves, like say, mom doesn't like son or daughter leaving dishes in the sink overnight. And that can be a big problem, especially if you guys are living together for 2 or 3 weeks and not being able to leave. You guys have to stay with each other. There's also the possibility of maybe someone needs the bathroom longer than others. You know, maybe they're a senior, or maybe they have some sort of illness that requires them to take baths, like Epsom salt baths. They have some sort of skin condition. Definitely sit down and talk to other people that are living in your quarantine bubble. Now, when you're having this discussion, having this plan out, each and every one of you has a voice. And every one of your voices are extremely important. So listen, maybe someone should actually take notes just to make sure that everyone knows what everybody's wants and needs are and what things to avoid in the long run to make sure living together is going to be as peaceful and as happy as possible. You can also record it. Everyone has phones, set your phone right there and have it recorded. Definitely be loving, being kind to each other. Now, you guys can start planning things out, like decide who's gonna take out trash on what days, who's gonna wash the dishes, who's gonna cook on what days, who's gonna clean on what days, things like that. Those are super, super important. I mean, obviously there's gonna be a lot of free time, but there's gonna be times where you're going to have responsibilities that you're gonna have to meet just for living. Also, one of the most important things you should definitely put on the list is everyone needs to wash their hands all the time. If you use the bathroom, after you touch something dirty, wash your hands. Exercise. Now, I already previously talked about this in part 1 video, but that's really important because yes, you're indoors, but it doesn't mean just because you're indoors you can't exercise. If you don't exercise, that's another way of getting sick. When you exercise, your immune system gets boosted. I don't know the exact science behind it, but there's plenty of people that you can find that know the science behind it. Also, maybe this is a good time to play and have fun. If you have younger kids, if you have older kids, or if you are the kid, maybe introduce your parents to video games. Be productive with your time. You can do whatever you want. If you feel like sleeping or eating, exercising non-stop is fun and it's productive to you, go right ahead. But if there's things that you always want to do, this is a good time to do them, which I kind of already mentioned in the previous video. Now, one of the most absolute vital thing about this situation is personal space. That should be a really important discussion that should be made when planning out this whole situation and just in general for sharing living spaces is to set up personal space. As human beings, having our own personal space is very important. You might not mind sharing a bed with your sibling or be in the same bathroom interacting, but after a while, eventually certain things are just gonna bother you, and that's something you have to be aware of. But the cool thing is that you can set up certain times or tell people, hey, I'm gonna go to my room, don't bother me. A sign like, hey, I need 5 minutes. Set up certain areas. You can get tape at areas that you designate for your personal space. You can even put on your headphones, drown out the whole rest of the world. Not only do you need to tell people, you also need to make sure you remind yourself that you do deserve that space. You deserve time by yourself. Sometimes if you don't give yourself personal space, you might fight. Another really important thing is to be social. People are not good when it comes to being alone for a very, very long period of time. We might be able to survive being alone. However, it makes us do weird things. You ever seen a Castaway?
Wilson, where are you? Wilson! Wilson! I'm sorry!
Yeah. Isolation is not the best thing for a human being. We're very social creatures. However, even though this is a pandemic, it's not an apocalypse. We have technology. We still have our phones. We can still use social media. We can still have a really, really fun time. This is the best time to be on your phone, be on Facebook, be on Instagram, be on Twitter. If you don't have social media, maybe this is a good time for you to get one. Stay in touch with people. In the long run, this is an experience. And from this experience, you can learn a lot. You're gonna be able to learn a lot about the people that you interact with on a very regular daily basis. You can take this time and this experience and use it for your benefit and the benefit of your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to go into the comments and leave a tip that you think is important for other groups and families that might have to be quarantined together that they can use that make sure that their families are good, to make sure that they stay safe. And if you love this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos if you want to watch more. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Also, if you need more motivation during the week, you can check out the link to my link tree below in the description. That's going to lead you to our Pinterest, which has motivational quotes that I post relatively on the daily. So there's a bunch right now. You can also check out the Shonen Quotes Instagram, which is anime-inspired motivational quotes and art from original artists all around the world. There's also a link to my Thumbtack, so you can find out more information on how to set up appointments for one-on-one live coaching sessions with me. Also, don't hesitate to contact me on my Twitter if you want to talk to me about anything. I'm here to listen. I'll always lend an ear. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And remember, never forget, you're brilliant.